Our physiology is incredibly complex. It's born of millions, billions of years of dance, of this love story moving through the biosphere on planet Earth and increasing the complexity and diversity of the biosphere on planet Earth. But even inside us, we see incredible diversity and complexity. We see the ability of our DNA to tune into signals not only from inside our bodies, but from other humans, from other animals, from plants, from fungi, from the biosphere, where there are specialized proteins whose only purpose really is to listen to signals coming from outside of our body and change the way we create our body on a moment-to-moment basis. We've got receptors on the surface of our cells that aren't only sensitive to hormones and neurotransmitters that we make, but are sensitive to compounds from the world around us too. We have all sorts of connections between our nerve and muscle that respond to our own internal environment, but also to the conversations we have with our friends, the walks we take in the forest, the work we do in our gardens, the space we walk in our urban environments, and alter their firing patterns and their behavior in response. And we've got an incredibly sophisticated immune system that speaks in a language of sugar and protein chains that is sampling and tasting and feeling the world around itself all the time and adjusting, fine-tuning us so that we can participate in the complex dance of the biosphere. Essentially, what we have in our physiology are bazillions of points of contact with this complex ecology fractal that lives all around us and interpenetrates us. Because of course, we, as part of the biosphere on planet Earth, are receiving the gifts of the sun, right? The sort of energy hub of our solar system, of this grand being in which we live. We're receiving them on a daily basis, moving them through us, right? And we hope, moving it out into the world and stewarding it. So what I like to talk about in terms of herbal medicine is that we don't really have very well-defined edges. It might look like we end at our skin, but of course that's not true. Many, many compounds just permeate right through our skin. We breathe compounds in through our lungs. We take them in through our mouth. We take them in through the soles of our feet. But also, the ecology itself is providing these compounds as part of a really complex dance that ultimately is there to dissipate the energy of the sun more effectively. And we are crucial players in this, right? We're crucial players. And we have two choices ahead of us. We can wall ourselves off from the flow of energy, trying to better define our edges and our boundaries, or we can go all in on the gifts of nature, take them in, and increase our voltage, right? And as a result, increase our vitality. And especially tonic herbalism, I think that's what it's all about, right? We've got some really powerful plants that can have drug-like effects in the human body, and that's fantastic. That's fine and good. But we also have our tonics. And what our tonics do is they speak to these points of contact that are attuned to the chemistry that tonics provide, that are essentially ancestral memory living inside of us, of all the humans, of all the pre-human animals, of all the bacteria, the plants themselves, the pre-cellular biosphere of planet Earth. All those ancestral memories are encoded inside us and waiting for the signals that come into us from the world outside. So the ecological fractal, this complex, diverse world that is increasing in complexity every moment and that is self-organizing to be able to better take the energy of the sun and move it through the biosphere at high voltage with high vitality, it wants us on board. And our ancestors, whose memory is encoded inside of us, in our genes, in our gene receptors, in our cell surface receptors, in our immune system and the way it handles the world, they're sitting in there watching and hoping that we will continue to participate in this dance.